Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. So, this is annoying. I don't really know what to do about this. What I wouldn't give to have an episode that got to start with me not having to consider declaring war on somebody. I really would like Mohenjo-Daro to remain in one piece and devoted to me, because we are benefiting from the extra housing. I don't really have a way of stopping Alexander from attacking them, thanks to Victoria's interference. Yeah, Victoria stealing suzerainship from us, not even taking it for herself, just breaking our suzerainship, really kind of ruined everything. Alright, if we were to declare war on Alexander, what would be the consequences of that? Let's see, everybody hates him, except for Brazil for some reason. What about city-states? He's the suzerain of both Carthage and Valletta. Both of which are inside of my nation. So if we declared war on him, they would immediately attack us. That's not very good. What am I going to do about that? I guess what I'm going to do about that is not declare war on him? That feels bad. Wait, do I not have this aluminum mined yet? Okay, we need to buy a builder. Okay, so we're gonna get this, and then I don't know, we'll clear a couple of forests. We'll just like try to rush this along. We have stuff to do. We can't be building Oxford University forever. Yeah, I think my plan for right now is not to declare war on him. I mean, he might not actually succeed in capturing the city-state. If we just pay attention and try to fill in the spaces around it as soon as they become open, as we're going to do right here next turn, as soon as we have some movement, we might be able to just block him back out without having to go to war over it. Okay, Zoroastrianism is losing... Yeah, sure, Zoroastrianism is losing ground, so yeah, we can be friends again. That was my only major gripe. The Cree have been targeted for a declaration of war by England. Really? Huh. What do I do with that? Yep, I have a Casus Belli to declare a war on Alexander. Man, I don't really want to. It has a nice high city strength. I really wish they would have built walls. This could all be so much easier. Alright, well, we're like extremely in position to declare war on Alexander, but I really don't want to have to fight those city-states. Oh, hey. Having a diverse set of metals to experiment on will help your scientists push into new fields. We will need nanotechnology. So that's a nice thing to have boosted. Alright, what's up with these barbarians to the south? Oh, well, looks like the Cree have brought forth some archers. I don't know that these are going to be the best units for the task at hand. People stopped using bows for a reason. Brazil and Cree are trading with each other. Cree is pillaging mines with a heavy chariot. Oh no. England built a settler. Is that something I care about? Are they going to settle over here? Can they? 1, 2, 3. No, all this stuff is off limits. I guess technically... No, it looks like all of the land on this coast is pretty settled already. Oh, hey. You left a space open. Alright. And all they have is a swordsman and a knight to try to take... I think we might be able to crowd them out of here. Okay, we probably want to take whatever the highest industry area is. I mean, probably all of our trade routes are going to run to London, I guess, for the foreseeable future. It's just very, very good. Alright, I'm going to go chop down this forest, I think. Try to rush things a little bit. Alright. We can afford to take a couple of non-ideal attacks against barbarians because we can fall back and heal in our city, whereas, as far as I'm aware, barbarians have no way of healing except for pillaging tiles that heal. I'm not sure which tile types give what when they're pillaged. I know farms heal you. Oh, hey, you know what? Now that we're, yes, sure. Now that we're friends with the Kree again, we should see if we can do, like, an economic alliance with them. Ugh.
When you launch a rocket, you're not really flying that rocket. You're just sort of...
Getting to be a lot of barbarian muskets over here. So we were the first ones in the atomic era, no big surprise there. We're now able to make more trade routes than before. And this knight might want to fall back. He's getting in a little over his head. Alright, so let's make that trader. So let's talk about what the science victory actually entails now that we've got our spaceport available. So we have to build the spaceport in a city. And then we have to construct a number of projects in that city. You can have multiple spaceports, you can have multiple cities working on projects at the same time. So the first thing we have to do is we have to launch a satellite. Then we have to launch a moon landing, which when we do it will give us a big culture boost. 10 times our science per turn at the moment of its completion is probably going to end up being somewhere in the neighborhood of 50-ish times our culture per turn. So that'll be pretty nice. And then we have to put together a Mars habitation thing that is spread out over 3 projects that are, as you can see, pretty much the entire tech tree is dependent on these. So we have to research almost everything before we're done here. However, that said, I still think that production is going to be the bottleneck because, as you can see here, the costs of these projects is quite high. So we need all 4 of these techs. Let's just hold on. Let's just queue all these and see what we actually have to pick up. So we're 24 techs out from the end. We have to grab everything up to about the information era, and then we get to start being a little picky again. So what is there anything that's like super important to pick up right now? I don't think we actually really need oil unless we're planning to build like I guess aircraft carriers and tanks. I think, yeah, I think we can probably skip, not skip oil, but I think we can leave that for later. Planes, better planes that we can do some actual long range combat. That's not necessarily useless. That might save our lives in case somebody else starts approaching a victory condition. You know what we should get is power plants. Power plants are the next building in the industrial zone line after the factory. They're like a factory that produces even more industry for all the cities nearby. So let's start with electricity, then go to satellites, and then get this other stuff, I guess, in no particular order. Yeah, I think that's pretty sensible. These will help. These will be good for us. So as far as dealing with these barbarians go, how much is it to buy good military units? We can buy an anti-tank crew with 70 melee strength for 1,600 gold. We could buy a Hwacha for 1,000. And the range strength is not that much lower than the anti-tank crew strength. 1,000 gold. That's actually only about 5 turns. Okay. That's going to be our plan, is we're going to buy a Hwacha in Daegu. Alright, we might be able to get... yes, this is a fine deal. A good price for our extra sugar that's doing literally nothing for us. We might be able to get 2 or 3 turns off of Oxford. Alright, well, I'm glad we didn't try to get this, because we never would have made it. Oh, hey, the Free City is sending other units at us, too. As far as I can tell, these Free City units aren't actually, like, pillaging or anything. They're just wandering around and being annoying. So we're at 3 envoys. As much as I want to load up Mohenjo-Daro to prevent that thing from happening again, I really, really want to get this bonus running. Yeah, let's do it. We don't actually need to be suzerain of Buenos Aires, right? Yeah, that's not a big deal. Speaking of cities, though, this is probably going to flip soon, so let me look at something here. We're at like +1 amenity in a lot of our cities. We're actually at +0 here. So I think it would be a bad idea for us to take on a 9th city. That's going to put pressure on our amenities that we really can't afford. You probably just want to build science buildings. So I think if these cities ask to join us, we say no and just let them remain free. Especially since they don't seem to actually be interfering with us. Oh, I'm not paying enough attention to Mohenjo-Daro. I need to be watching for slots to open up. Come on, dash yourself against the wall. You know you want to do it. Nah, they're not committing suicide for no reason.
Make straight roads.
It's very, very inconsiderate of them. So, I don't think there's any situation where we're removing any of these yellow cards. Right, what's our new stuff? Okay, better builders, and production towards wonders is nice. I really just don't think we can afford to drop any of this stuff. Yeah, we just need a government that has more slots for yellow stuff. We could swap to retainers over conscription. We could certainly absorb the gold loss. We don't actually have that many garrison units right now, but that might be a thing that we... if amenities start to become a real issue, that might be a way to solve it. Oh. Yeah, sure, shoot at him. Okay. Civil engineering has moved us into the industrial age culturally. Oh, we're actually pretty close here. I'm surprised at how many turns came off from just clearing that forest. Okay, and this is definitely the time to pick up Space Initiative. 30% production increase to all space program projects is a no-brainer and the whole reason we have him. Okay, so I don't think we're actually going to be able to get another harvest off here. It's going to take us too long to walk there. Oh yeah, I was going to propose this to you. Good, man. Dude is on top of things. Considerably more than I am. Which I appreciate. All right, Alexander built the Forbidden City. Hey, hi everybody. Our city is now under siege because of these stupid free city units, man. Oh, you get era score from establishing your first trading post in each other civilization, I guess. That's cool. So what this means is that we finished our trade route. One of our trade routes with England. Well... boy, we are going to take a crazy amount of damage here. This sucks. I mean, is the city actually in danger? It has a combat strength of 49. It might be kind of in danger. Oh, hey. They have a city that gives 4 industry now. Yeah, alright. Trade route with Plymouth, then. It doesn't give culture because it doesn't have a theater square, but hard to argue with that industry, with that production. Yeah, we won't actually make it to the forest in time to... oh, I don't need to boost that anyway. It's at 1 turn. So, what else do we do with this guy? He has 1 build left. We just put up another mine in the capital. That's probably the right thing to do. Actually, it probably makes more sense to put it here. Again, if I am now more worried about production than science, we want to be building the mines adjacent to the industrial zone. Okay. Alright, man. I didn't really ask for your judgment, but I'm so glad you approve. Listen, it's not easy to be pissy about somebody coming over and telling you that you're doing a great job and that they love what you're up to. But I'm going to find a way.
The clever men at Oxford know all there is to be known, but they none of them know one half as much as intelligent Mr. Toad.
I do like these. Alright. Well,
If you see a castle on
that's pretty good for us. So we get a couple of free researches. Those were fine, I guess. And this is a good source of era score for us, because again, we're gonna have some trouble completing our normal age here. So we are refusing this city, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, it's a one population city on tundra and stuff. Like, this is just it's a bad city. I don't know why the AI settled it, and I certainly don't want to take responsibility for it myself. Okay, so next turn we buy the Hwacha. This turn, you heal. The Free City units backed off, so our city is no longer under siege. We are being pillaged, though. Very annoying. I guess just research lab. Yongju will start building the spaceport. It would take 52 turns to build one here. Yeah, it actually has a huge production cost. Oh, we need housing, too. We're probably better served fixing our housing problem than pushing for the research lab right away. Population's important. Okay, I'm imagining it. Why don't you guys, like, write a novel or paint something? We're just gonna go to Mars. I'm talking down about things that I think are tremendously important in reality. Listen, I'm playing a character over here. Please do not pillage my stuff.
The temple is surrounded by a moat.
Okay, so we get, oh, our spy got caught. Well, we're not gonna promise him that we'll stop spying because I don't intend to. And it's not good to be a promise breaker. The other AIs will not like that. Okay, so another 3 era score for us. We're only 13 points short now. And we're starting to have amenity problems. Alright, next time we have the opportunity to change our policies for free, we can fix that, though. Yeah, just all trade routes go to Plymouth now. Okay, so you are... 23 turns to make the spaceport. This is what I was talking about. We're going to be bottlenecked on industry way more than science. Here in Seoul, let me think here. We're getting close to needing more housing. Do shipyards provide housing? They do not. They do provide quite a bit of production. Yeah, make the shipyard. Okay, so our agent didn't even manage to get the tech secrets. Man, 74%. Alright, so we have to try to escape. Police are more likely to be patrolling quick exits such as the aerodrome or harbor. Exit by foot is always the safest option, but it takes longer. It's only 1 extra turn. Yeah, try to escape on foot. Failure! Man, a 74% chance to succeed results in not only not getting the stuff we were after, but our agent being captured. Great. The good news is Alexander didn't have any respect to lose for us. The bad news is I think he's actually going to take Mohenjo-Daro. Man, we really can't declare war on him while these 2 city-states are under his control. Why isn't Victoria fighting for these? Actually, is she? I don't even know. No, she doesn't have even a single envoy in Valletta. Man. And she has exactly 1 envoy in Carthage. He has so many envoys in Carthage that it's actually impossible we could ever take it from him. So if we were going to declare war on him, we'd have to be ready to deal with a ton of bombards and, Jesus, musket corps, and we actually can't declare war on him. If he takes Mohenjo-Daro, we just have to let him have it? That feels awful. I think it's right, though. We need to talk somebody else into war with him. Poundmaker is at war with a couple of people, just not the right people. And there's no way I can like ask him to go to war by himself with Alexander. No, well, I certainly can't be a part of it. That's a real bummer. We're going to lose our city-state and some of our housing and... Ugh. Alright, well, let's back this knight out to a safe distance. Purchase our Huacha. Oh, yeah. Okay, making your unique unit for the first time gives you a bunch of era score. That makes sense. So we're not that far out, really. Especially if we do manage to get the Taj Mahal. Yeah, we should be totally fine on the next era. Victoria has built Great Zimbabwe. That's probably good for us, right?
We'd all be watching
because Great Zimbabwe makes trade routes going to cities more valuable. Something like that. Okay, the Watcher will start doing this thing. I think pillaging that farm is going to heal him, like, almost to full. Oh, wow, like... The extra population from Angkor Wat... Angkor Wat gave us the housing to deal with the extra population, but did not give us the amenities to deal with the extra population. Okay. So what we need is to pull military units to each of the affected cities, and then we need to actually swap that red policy. So you already have a garrison. Let's see. Okay, you need it, and you need it. Probably have a spare unit up here, right? Yeah. Alright, that'll be a short-term solution. We might need to actually build an entertainment complex somewhere, though. Alright, that said, I feel like Daegu is probably safe now. The Huacha can handle a large number of these guys. These knights are getting attacked by their own horsemen. Once upon a time, their horsemen. And here we have another barbarian camp, which spawned in a tile that is visible to me. I guess it must have spawned right before that tile became visible. So yeah, they pillaged our farm and healed for a ton. The Huacha can't shoot them because it can't see over the hill and it can't move and fire in the same turn. I'm going to move it to here where it can fire at the barbarians a little bit more effectively. And you'll just die if you attack. So I guess fall back toward the city. This is becoming a surprisingly difficult thing. Man, stuff I just don't have any time for or inclination to deal with. Also, you should not be able to count something as, like, this tile should not count for sieges. This tile is not in their zone of control, it's my tile. Supply units would totally be able to get out, because I would allow them out. That's frustrating. Yeah. Okay, Poundmaker and Arabia made peace. Maybe that will, maybe that'll be enough for Poundmaker to decide he wants to be at war with Alexander. Because Alexander is the worst. They're shooting at me with a crossbow. Okay, I don't want this city either. It's a better city, but I don't want it. Okay, as we might have been able to predict, the barbarians are relentless and numerous. Changwon still needs to keep making science buildings. Yeah, this barbarian spawn's a little fishy, in my opinion, but hopefully, you know, Poundmaker has a bunch of ships with ranged attacks. He could clear this out for me. That would be okay. Oh, my archer who was coming down to be stationed in Gwangju got killed. We've constructed an era from... Oh yeah, that's true. I did construct buildings from the industrial era or later. That does sound like me. Alright, well, I mean, that's getting fixed. It's just going to take a while. It might be a good idea for us to start considering entertainment complexes in some of our cities, but obviously not this one, because... Well, I guess Seoul is actually having problems with amenities now. So the entertainment complex is a little bit like the industrial zone, in that it can radiate some of its effects out to other nearby cities. So if we built it like here, no, that's bad. We don't want to reduce the adjacency bonus. We could build it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's within 6. I'm just thinking like we could radiate amenities to all 3 of these cities. That might be worth doing. The other thing we could do, like, we could correct the housing here. We can just get some industry. That's maybe a good idea. Now let's start the entertainment complex up. I guess there's no reason for it not to be this space, right? Which of these is better? I guess this secures this tile for us and the tiles beyond. The city-state won't be able to expand into it. Yeah, this is probably better for that reason. It's still... Yeah, it's still within 6 of Seoul. I'm very annoyed by the fact that this random musket man disarmed one of my units. We have to deal with this basically forever now. I'm glad that this is not a Kree city anymore, but I'm annoyed that he basically was able to just like drop this horrible spoiler into our territory. We could use military units to take it and raise it. I guess that's the way you solve that problem. And doing that to a free city, I assume, doesn't give you a lot of warmonger penalty. So we're going to get another era point when this completes, right? Because this is industrial or later, I think. And if we get another 3 or 4 from the Taj Mahal, yeah, I think we're going to be okay on era score. Brazil has built an encampment in a city that is a minor civilization. A city-state. The other players were very aggressive in claiming the city-states this game. Alright, you just sit still and fortify until healed. I'm going to get over here and try to block them from running in and pillaging. And I guess we better make another military unit, honestly. Like, this is enough of a problem that we have to actually devote some production to it. So yeah, let's make a second Hwacha. A knight and 2 Hwachas should be able to deal with this. Even though they're going to be a little bit awkward to use. It's just barbarians. I think we should be okay. Oh. England claimed this city through force, and then immediately lost it to loyalty pressure again.
Men to fly. He'd make it.
Alright, so this Hwacha... Yeah, see, they're setting up so that if my knight attacks, they'll be able to immediately kill it. Well, I can attack from here, though. Because this space is forested, so... Yeah, the space is forested, so this guy won't be able to move into it, and the archer's not close enough, or the crossbowman, rather, is not close enough to actually fire. We move the Hwacha to here, it'll just get attacked. But we can move it to here, and... yeah, this is at least more of a threat. They're a little awkward to use. Powerful, though. So what do we want to do with all this money? We're building up an awful lot of money. Of course, we could use it to build science buildings, or to purchase science buildings and stuff. A power plant is 2,300 gold. That's maybe not a thing that we can reasonably buy. I mean, I guess that said, Gyeongju is going to be busy for the foreseeable future. So buying the power plant here actually is maybe the only way we're going to get it. So we could try to put together a second spaceport. We could figure out a city to build a second spaceport in.
Did you ever build a castle in the air?
And then that'll help out with the space race projects because we'll be able to work on 2 different ones simultaneously. James Young, I pass. Brazil will scoop him up right away, I'm sure. Okay, they moved the crossbowmen away. But anyway, we take the promotion, right? We're going to take barding, even though it's not super relevant, just so that we can head toward route, which I think is better, in general, a much better promotion. Okay, we're only 3 points short of a normal age. I'm just going to wait right here. Geez, what do I want to do here? We could work on a research lab. We could work on an entertainment complex. Yeah, that's actually probably right. Build that entertainment complex. Try to get some good vibes radiating out of this city. We're probably gonna want to save gold though, so like buying tiles like that is a thing that's sometimes necessary, but we probably don't want to be buying units any more than we have to. Because I do want to purchase a power plant in Gyeongju. It also means we're going to want to build the builder that's going to repair all the barbarian damage rather than buying it. Alright, is this... oh, he abandoned another space. And he no longer has siege. Oh, right, because the knight's zone of control doesn't extend across the river. Okay, so the city will get to heal a little bit this turn, which is nice. They have finally walked forward into our Hwacha, which I really appreciate. Oh, hey. Kill a unit with a knight, get the boost for military science. Okay. I think we do have to pick up military science eventually. I believe it is in the path, so... not entirely trivial. That was useful. Alright, so we have a couple of entertainment complexes coming along. I know they added a new type of amenity district called a water park in Rise and Fall, although I'm not sure where it is unlocked. But like most districts, you can't benefit from the area effects of multiple entertainment complexes, but you can benefit from both an entertainment complex and a water park, I believe. I am ignoring you. I never, ever, ever respond. I don't know why he keeps coming to me. Alright, so now they're trying to threaten the Hwacha. Unfortunately, the knight probably just has to fall back to the city. Get a little healing. Oh, well, if I can just straight up obliterate this crossbowman, let's do that. So he's going to run down and attack us. We're going to move... we'll have the knight fall back, probably. We'll have the Hwacha move back and then take its promotion and be ready to start shooting again next turn. That is a barbarian bombard. Well, at least the Kree frigates do seem to be helping us with this camp. And then this one can be taken care of after we clear this other. I don't know what it was got the barbarians all stirred up all of a sudden, but it's very annoying and I would like it to stop. And then once these units are done dealing with this, they can spread out to the cities that have amenity problems. Okay, they're actually firing on these guys too. Cool. Listen, I don't like it when the Kree come to me and tell me how they're thinking about the things I'm doing. I especially don't like it when you do it. What in our history makes him think that I care at all about his opinion? Okay, yeah, volley seems like a good way to go here. Plus strength versus land units. Yeah, we'll build a power plant here. It's going to take forever, but the output will be worth it. What is this symbol? Oh, that's the Kree loyalty. Yeah, I guess it'll eventually become a Kree city again, since we turned them down. And then afterward, I don't know what'll happen. I don't know if we'll still be exerting loyalty pressure on it. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay. Wow, what is up with the barbarians? Why are they producing so many units? Like, I know how barbarian spawning works, but like, why are they still producing multiple waves of units? Oh wow, they're gonna destroy these frigates.
Which engenders nations, and not the other way
Oh,
around.
cool. Alright, so I think we want to swap to retainers. I really don't think we can afford to change any of our other policies. Really, we can't kill... Alright. Is what it is, I suppose. Alright, so it's the building after the arena that radiates amenities out. We have another governor title. What do we even want to use this on? We could promote Reina. Plus 3 gold per turn from each foreign trade route passing through her city. I'm not sure if any foreign trade routes are, actually. We could pick up another one just for the plus 10% science and culture output in a new city. We could get... Oh, plus 20% production toward industrial zone buildings in his city. That's interesting. And we could work toward vertical integration. I don't know if that's actually super valuable, but... yeah, let's do that. And then we'll swap him... Oh, I thought the Castellan was in Seoul. Yeah, we'll put him in Seoul. He'll help speed up the production of the what do you call it, by a little bit. Where's he right now? He's in Gwangju. Yeah, he's not doing anything tremendous for them. Although Gwangju is producing a lot more desirable outputs than Seoul is, right? "36 science, 8 culture." Yeah, as compared to 13. I mean, but we're talking about losing 10% of 30 and gaining 10% of 10. At this point, a loss of like 2 science per turn isn't really that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and reassign him. Here. I think it's worthwhile. So they don't pillage or anything, it looks like, but they sure do kill your units for no reason. Okay, Brazil and the Kree have declared friendship. It's all one big happy family until we start trying to stab each other to death. Which, I mean, it's still family, right? Okay, yeah. We may as well redeclare with him. And I still don't think he's worth spending an embassy on. We're building up our buildings here. So if you're wondering why, like, some of our cities that didn't even benefit directly from our new social policy all of a sudden don't require amenities anymore, it's because the game is pretty smart about swapping around where your amenities are actually being allocated, but we're still having problems. Now it's only one city that's having a problem, but we're still having a problem. Fortunately, this is the city that's working on the arena, which will provide it with an amenity, so we'll be okay for the moment. But the denser our population gets, the more we're going to need to find alternative sources. And of course, housing is going to be an issue for a while, but we're so very close to neighborhoods, and neighborhoods can provide an awful lot, depending on the appeal of the tile that they're built on. We haven't talked about appeal at all. That's a whole layer of mechanics that we just have not had to think about. Okay, so we're getting a research lab. That's going to be another point of era score. Okay, Mohenjo-Daro's managed to heal back to full, so that looks like it's under control. And a sigh of relief was breathed. Okay, I think we're ready to advance on these guys. At least they have so many cannons, though. All right, we'll shoot him next turn. What do we want Guangzhou to do? It has low enough production that I don't think it's going to be able to contribute to our science projects very much. It could build its own industrial zone to try to take care of that. That might not be a bad idea. The other thing we could do is just get more culture, but... get more gold. We could put up an aerodrome just in case we do have to engage in aerial maneuvers. I'm very torn. I honestly don't know what the right thing to do is here. Right, I was saving money. Oh, you know what? So we want more money because we want to be able to buy important buildings in the capital. Yeah, that's a sensible way to make that decision, I hope. Pedro has built Big Ben. It's not even really on our radar. Alright, so we're about to have 2 space race projects just waiting for us to actually finish the spaceport.
A satellite has no conscience.
Okay, and that has us up in a normal era. Okay, so we can claim this Great Admiral. Grants a promotion level in 50... I mean, we're never going to get a Great Admiral that's relevant, right? Still, pass. What's the value of taking it? If we were close on era score to, like, hitting a golden age... you know what? How much time is left? That might have been a good idea to take just for the golden age point, or for the era point. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. Oh well. Okay, I need you to make me a builder, because we gotta repair some of this barbarian damage. I do want to just destroy this crossbowman, but maybe we should back up. You know what? We'll make him hit us, then we'll back up. Alright, things are coming along. What was it? It was 2320 to buy the power plant, right? I think that's looking like totally what we're going to do. We need to keep making mines. We need to keep improving. Yeah, we still have... Man, we have a lot of tiles that could use improvement. If I didn't always have better things to be doing, you know? Okay, well, Our research agreement produced the boost for replaceable parts, which our spy was unable to secure for us. This city went back to the Kree, although it is immediately suffering loyalty issues again. And this city is trying to join us again, so now we know that does happen. We still don't want you. Okay, London is now at +4 production, but you know what? I'm going to start consolidating our trade routes coming out of the capital, because the capital is now the focus of everything. Hwacha needs to back up. It somehow almost died. I did see those cannons coming up. A colonial war. What is the story with the colonial war? Declare war on a power that is 2 technology eras behind you, all warmonger penalties halved. Wow. That is, I mean, I guess it's a thing that really happened, but that strikes me as one of the more objectively evil Casus Belli's. Casus's Belli? I don't know. Oh man, our tourism yields are about to get doubled. How very exciting. Oh, we gotta refresh our alliances here. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had to pay him last time, too. Sure. It makes him feel better. Now he can tell all his friends, yeah, and I managed to squeeze some money out of them, too. That's fine by me. Alright, so how are we doing on this thing? We are actually still quite far away from scoring level 3. Well, you really have to get those alliances going early to get them to level 3. Alright, 4 more industry. Every little bit helps, you know? Alright, so we're going to move here. We're going to have the knight move to this position. And then defend so that it's, you know, awkward for their units to attack us. We actually kind of need some help dealing with this barbarian camp. It's embarrassing to admit, but that's where we are. Oh, hey, we don't actually have the next entertainment complex building. It's probably a social policy thing. Is it one of these? Yep, it's this one. Okay, well, I mean, we're working on it. I do think it's more important to get urbanization. Okay, and here's where the water park is. Bonus amenity extends to each city center within 9 tiles. +1 science to each coastal resource, shipwreck, and reef in this city. That's very interesting. +1 amenity, +2 tourism. Okay. So water parks seem pretty good. It's a shame they come so late in the game. Alright, we need housing. Oh, hey. Granary, that's probably a good way to start dealing with that. And these guys have abandoned their camp. Oh, look, it's little, like, corrugated metal walls and stuff. It's cool that those, the graphics for these update over time. Well, I don't really want to run any units out of here. And obviously I don't want to buy any units, but like this should not be allowed. Somebody should do something. Somebody, not me. I'm very busy. But somebody. See, 50 gold per appeal when replacing a farm with a neighborhood. Okay, so these are not great policies. If I give him access to our iron and our coal, he'll give me back my spy. You know what? Yeah, fine. I'm not really benefiting from the iron or coal, and I suspect he won't actually either. Okay, well, starting to be a lot of barbarians. So obviously we're just going to use the spy to spy on him again, because screw him. So Yeah, he has some good tech. Let's do exactly the same thing we just got caught and yelled at for doing. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, so we can interrupt our healing to kill this guy. Nope. Well, still, that lets this watch us focus over here. If we move up, our knight's just going to get killed by this bombard, so I think what I'm going to do instead is... Oh, man. Stay put, I suppose? Yeah, just fortify until healed. He still might get killed, but it'll have to be the musket men. They'll have to take actual damage to do it, so it's an improvement. I kind of want to make another builder. Yeah, there's a lot of tiles that still need improving. Although actually we need housing quite badly. We already built the cheap housing building. Well, 10 science is awfully good. It's going to take such a long time to build this, though, that we're going to not really need it that badly in 31 turns. So, I guess... building the shipyard will at least make it easier to build, like, a water park here, in case we want to do that. Water parks are effective for 9 tiles, so 9 tiles out from the capital. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not here. Actually, is the water park on the water or on the coast? I don't know. It doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Not in this case. Yeah, I guess work on the production. Production's always useful. You can always find something more to build. I can't believe I'm having to put together like a real full-size army to deal with some barbarians. They are impressively teched. Like I said last episode, in a way that I'm not 100% sure of, I know that their tech level is based on the tech level of the world, so... Oh, hey, that's my scout. I kind of forgot about this dude. So he was out there auto-exploring, and some things have occurred. Well, I think probably what we want to do is spend 2 of this guy's builder charges building mines in the capital. And then he can come back and repair stuff. Repairing doesn't cost any charges. You just obviously have to have at least 1 charge to do it. Wow, these swatches are really good at very slightly going under the damage estimate. Let's see here. Killing this guy is safe. Nobody else is around in an attacking position. That knight's going to have to fall back now, obviously. What do you want to do? We need something... I guess let's just make another builder. I was going to say, we need something that's not going to take a super long time, because obviously we should start building neighborhoods there. Alright, you just finished your granary, and you'll be okay on housing for a little while. It's not a terrible time to just build industry, I guess. Plus, if we do end up having to build military units, we'll be happy we have these. City's going to flip back to free, and then it's going to ask to join us again. And we're going to tell them the same thing we told them the first time. Membership is closed. Okay, so our spaceport has advanced progress toward the Space Race Civic. Which is where? Okay, it's really far ahead. And this cart's not actually useful, because we don't have a military academy or a seaport in the capital, and we don't have time to build the districts that house them. We're very busy. Well... I guess this scout just needs to stay put and heal. He might just get killed by barbarians. Happens, it happens, I guess. I would really love to just stop and heal, but I think we have to keep damaging things that can reach that Hwacha, just that we know for sure it's not going to get killed. And this knight needs to retreat to a safe distance. And we have exactly the money to purchase a power plant here, which will allow us to... Okay, 7 turns till we launch an Earth satellite. That's not too bad. Ah, and we purchased a building from the Industrial Era later. We might be able to Golden Age. Kind of wish I'd taken that Great Admiral. So we're pretty close to grabbing Gustav Eiffel, which might well be worth taking. I'm a little concerned. We're going to see our first space age relevant engineers and scientists soon, I think. This is a modern era guy. Triggers the Eureka for a random technology from the modern or atomic era. Applies 20 free Great People points toward recruiting all current and future Great People. That's a good bonus. We might go ahead and take that one. We're now at 31 Great Scientist points per turn. So... yeah, combined with the fact that we have a ton of faith to use for a patronage grab, I think we should be safe to take this guy and still get the first space race scientist that shows up. Obviously, we're not going to patron that guy. We're just going to wait to take him naturally. This is a ridiculous situation. That knight is trapped forever, for all of history. So if we hadn't shot this guy with the Hwacha from inside the city, I'm afraid he might have advanced, attacked, and then the crossbowman comes up behind him and shoots the Hwacha. As it is, I don't think that's going to be anywhere near enough damage to kill. Also, I noticed that this musketman is still very slowly advancing.
Is that they do what you tell them to. It's the Industrial Revolution and the growth of urban concept.
Okay, do we want to change our policies at all? I don't think we do. No, our yellow policies are set. This is the only green policy that makes sense, and we need the amenities. Okay, well, they're certainly advancing menacingly on us. Right, you heal. You should probably take this time to heal. And now that we purchased the thing, we don't have to worry about purchasing anymore, so we can move here, and I'm sure we'll be able to purchase this tile after next turn's gold, right? 270? Yeah. Because this is the next mine that we want to improve, right? Or the next tile we want to improve by creating a mine. Arabia is losing Cairo. That's pretty bad for them. I'm kind of shocked that Arabia is even still in this game. I thought we were going to see them drop out like 100 turns ago. Okay, sorry. I thought for a moment there that that's at 127, but I think I must have just been seeing a little bit of a terrain feature around the edge of the circle. I was like, what on earth happened? Okay, so like I said, I think we are going to take Alfred Nobel. Plus Great People points, you know? Okay, advanced ballistics. That's probably on our research path, because basically everything is. What do we want this guy to do? He probably also just goes and builds mines in the capital, right? Well, hold on. We know we're doing this. That's the wrong button. Well, we'll fix it. It's going to cost me an extra builder charge. That's not awesome. But I just completely clicked the wrong button. You get over here and get ready to help. This guy just has to keep slowly falling back, luring these guys backwards. I really think by the time we get these research labs finished, they won't be super relevant anymore. I guess 18 turns is a lot faster. How many more turns of research are we actually looking at here? Actually, 18 turns, yeah. 18 turns is fast enough for that to be meaningful, but maybe I should just build another military unit here. Mechanized infantry would be cool. I don't want to wait 20 turns for it, but it would be awfully helpful. You know what? We'll make an anti-tank crew, I guess. It is worth noting that your city strength is based on the highest strength unit that any of your cities has ever produced, I believe. So building an anti-tank crew will also cause our city strengths everywhere to jump up dramatically, which is awfully nice. All right, so we're way above everybody else on great engineer points, but and this is a lot of production. This would basically complete a wonder. Is there a wonder that we even really care about right now? I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass on this guy. As good as he is, I don't think wonders are relevant to us anymore, and I really, really don't want to miss any of the space race great engineers. And these guys are just a little too close for comfort for my taste. So I think we're going to pass on this guy. Somebody's shouting at me already. I can hear it in the comments. The next great scientist is triggers a Eureka for a random tech. Universities provide +4 science. So, not a bad one, but also not a space race one. So, kind of irrelevant to us. A little bit. Irrelevant's maybe the wrong word. Just not crucial. And at this point, we're going to take it easy on the not crucial. Oh, man. This again. I had to use all my envoys, you know? We're going to get some envoys in a couple of turns here. 3 turns, and then we'll take Mohenjo-Daro back and we'll re-enter the, we'll re-enter the city and try to block it off again, but it's annoying that this keeps happening. What is the best way to fight these barbarians, given our position? Really? Mechanized infantry from this free city. This is very annoying. We need to take that city and raise it. Although I'm concerned that they would just put up another one. Alright, let's set up here. So yeah, we have to remove this improvement. And then I need to place the correct one. And you need to build mines just kind of everywhere. I have to be careful where I do it, obviously, because I don't want to get grabbed by this barbarian. But there are plenty of hills to build mines on. Yep, you guys are all just waiting again. Yeah, it's really frustrating to me that Victoria is so focused on this stuff and not at all interested in these. She's been to war a couple of times. You would think she would want some of this extra unit building power. So the Cree built the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. Brazil took Gustave Eiffel, which is no big surprise. Industrial era ends in 9 turns. Can we get 1 era point per turn for 9 turns? I think probably not, actually. Oh, I feel like we're starting to make some headway over here, finally. Oh, what's going on? There we go, okay. Things froze up a little bit. So, now that Eiffel's out of the way, next great engineer lets this city build 1 more district than the population limit allows. Not a bad one, but maybe not worth taking. I don't know. There we go. That's what you want. So I don't think it matters terribly where we build this mine. Can non-military units clear a barbarian camp? I don't know that I've ever had the opportunity to before. I guess this would be a good time to experiment a little bit. So we can form our swordsmen together into a swordsman corps. Is there a benefit to doing that, really? I don't think so. We can do that whenever we want, I think. So for now, let's just leave them as units that occupy 2 different spaces, because that may be important. Okay, things are going fine. Things are going all right. Atomic Era Support Unit adds +1 range and +5 bombard strength to adjacent ranged siege class units. This is definitely new, and that's a pretty cool thing. This is a new version of the observation balloon. Obviously, plus range on your siege units, allowing them to outrange cities, is extremely good. Oh, you know what we should do? I'm going to build a spy. Because we should place a spy in the spaceport so that it can protect the spaceport from other people trying to spy on it. And we're going to grab gain sources here because the odds of success on these are all a little bit too low for my taste, especially after what happened earlier. And I know we've hit the hour here, but I kind of want to go until we launch the satellite. That seems like a good ending point. Also, I'm just having fun, you know? I'm having a good time. Look at how much the numbers are going up. I love it when numbers go up. Ooh, hey, a luxury that I don't have. Yes, accept. Gladly. Luxuries I don't have are like my favorite thing to be traded right now. We desperately need those amenities. So yeah, it kind of seems like this barbarian is coordinating with these ones a little bit. Alright, can we do this? Yes, you can do that. Neat. Never had the opportunity before. So our Hwacha could take an upgrade, or could take a promotion. I say let's kill this unit first. Then we'll worry about it. Okay, well next turn you need to get back up there and start building mines. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of control established. Obviously, this is not good for me, but I really don't have the ability. Like, I kind of want to run this knight down here, because if the flow of units out of this camp is flagging even a little bit, we need to take advantage. Also, I won't actually do a very good job of fighting this thing. Still, I'd really rather it wasn't just rampaging around, pillaging everything in the capital. What are we going to do with you? Could make a seaport. It's not awesome. Housing's not really an issue. I mean, I suppose we could build a secondary spaceport. It's going to take forever to finish. It's far too long to actually worry about. Yeah, it kind of seems like this city in particular maybe just can't do a whole lot of value. I guess we could use more tile improvements. We're about to get the 3rd level of the 3rd research project available, and we're really behind on actual production of these projects. Think about how bad it would be if we didn't have Pingala and like Ruhr Valley. It can be very difficult to get this stuff accomplished. Not difficult, but it can take a long time. Is maybe a better way to put that.
The enforce.
All right. Is there a point in adding any of these new policies? Raj is not bad. Sometimes in our game it would not be very relevant, obviously. And everything else is just not as good as the stuff we already have. Let's get you to safety. Here come more barbarians. Great. Alright, if the bombard sits still and fires at the city, we are ready to fire back. If I move forward at all, he'll be able to shoot me before I get to shoot him. But also, he has 30 combat strength. That's not exactly terrifying. Back to auto-explore. Nope, there's that swordsman again. I kind of would have thought that he would have maybe gone around. I don't know. So we don't need Ada Lovelace either. The real question is whether I think that the one point from taking her, or the one era point from taking her as a great person, will be the difference between us hitting this golden age or not. I think the answer is no. Could we make it happen though? Let's think. We're gonna get an era point here in a second. None of the stuff we're building anywhere else counts toward our era score. So we'll still be short 7 points. We could maybe buy one relevant building. The costs of them are too high for us to do more than that. So no, I don't think we're going to hit the golden age no matter what we do. Eureka moment for computers. We finished computers already. I just don't think she's useful to us. So we're going to pass. And I'm going to get my bonus housing back. Oh hey, we're Suzerain of Buenos Aires. That's fine, I guess. You know what? I would really like to remain Suzerain this time. Okay. Well, once again, Mohenjo-Daro in trouble. This time, at least, it's not sieged from the water. So it's going to be tough for them to actually deal any meaningful damage. It's going to heal for so much every turn. He has a lot of great generals. Oh wow, you want to give me value for my horses, which are worth absolutely nothing at this point in the game. I accept. What are you trading for horses for, dude? What on earth could he possibly be doing with horses? Oh hey, a promotion's available. Well, alright, there we go. Really, that was worth 1 era score. I launched a satellite into orbit. Okay. Whatever. I didn't even really remember. That obviously is something I should have been figuring would give era score, but I would have figured it would give a lot more than that. Alright, everybody just wait for this ridiculous dance to play out once more. You need to get inside the city, for real. He's gonna pillage my industrial zone. That is a real thing that is actually about to happen. Embarrassing. Alright, well obviously we don't have time for anything but launching moon landing. The bombard strength... Okay, so if we move both of the watches toward it... Oh, actually, you know what? I can't put this watch in a place where we'll be able to see this thing because of the wall of trees. So I guess I just wait a turn with both of these guys? Alright, as always, we can declare war on Alexander any way we want, forever. That's never going to stop being true. Alright, well, I think that's going to have to be it for us for today. We're in a weird position. Things are going really well on the science front. We're going to put a man on the moon at like 1600 AD, maybe earlier. It's not a bad pace, all things considered. But also, we're kind of getting wrecked by barbarians with old school cannons. It's an embarrassment, to be sure. Anyway, that's it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you are as excited about our trip to the stars as I am. Come back next time. We're going to do it. That's how we're going to defeat these barbarians. We're just going to leave the planet. They can have it. And we'll see you then.